Let's talk about game design. Sometimes we play games to address our primal urges. We use games to explore, to conquer, to roleplay, to race, and to dice up foes. But one of the most important urges that a game can indulge is control. Strategy games require elaborate thinking, resource management, and imagination to succeed. Whether managing hospitals or civilizations, strategy games let us be king and commander. There's just nothing like a plan coming together under your very mouse clicks. While there are a ton of popular strategy games that could have made this list, it came down to picking out which titles did the most with the genre. It's time for the top 5 strategy games for the PC of all time. Number 5, Dungeon Keeper. Imagine the opposite of a D&D campaign. Instead of plundering the dangerous depths of evil for gold and glory with your crew of heroes, you manage the evil instead. Yes, it's up to you to build and manage a dungeon and lure creatures from beyond to settle into it by providing all of the comforts a demon could possibly want. Imps serve as your workforce and carve deep into the earth as you paint it gold. In an era just before 3D accelerators became commonplace, its 3D world and special effects were a really big deal. There are so many clever little touches here, ones that could only be brought to us with the humor of a British developer. Dungeon Keeper and Lionhead's 2004 movie studio maker, The Movies, are the reasons why I still have faith in Peter Molyneux's designs. Number 4, Rise of Nations. Take Brian Reynolds, the designer of Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri and Civilization 2, put him to work on a real-time strategy game, and voila! You have the greatest real-time strategy game ever made. There are plenty of similar games, but Rise of Nations has something the others don't. Scale. You're not building tiny little bases and draining little resource pools, you're building cities. Instead of mining crystals or sucking up gas, you're putting civilians to work in as many different camps as possible to ensure a constant flow of resources. Likewise, warfare requires those resources to fuel conflicts that are persistent and epic. Top it off with a Risk-style board game that allows you to pick your next moves on a local or global map, and you've got a deluxe piece of kit that hasn't been imitated since. Number 3, Master of Orion. You may have noticed that we've now sailed into the realm of turn-based games. Master of Orion is the reason why we have the term 4X to describe ambitious civilization-creating strategy games. Starting with a single solar system, a pair of scout ships, and a colony ship to establish your first foothold into the cosmos, the original Master of Orion didn't have the endless options and checkboxes of its successors. It was straight to the point. You are the emperor of your race, and you must conquer the galaxy. You research technologies, design your ships, engage diplomacy, all on an intergalactic level. With a charming presentation and gameplay that will keep you tapping the next button until the early hours of the morning, the best Master of Orion is the purest. Number 2, SimCity 2000. Like Master of Orion, plenty of sequels and competitors have come and gone, upgrading graphics, adding features, and improving quality of life, but none have moved the city building genre forward quite the way that SimCity 2000 did. Will Wright and his team at Maxis didn't need 3D technology or the internet to build it either. A quantum leap beyond their success with SimCity, 2000 was elaborate, in-depth, and quirky without being obtuse. Switching to a diametric perspective not only allowed for greater strategic opportunities, it also made your cities look so damn pretty. It's old school, but it's the best school, and you'll find every modern city builder can trace its roots back to this game. Here we go, people. Number 1, XCOM UFO Defense. This is it, the epic, the first and the best. Aliens are invading the globe, just like every early 90s slice of fiction said they would, and the world is unsure how to respond. In secret, the world's most powerful nations form the Extraterrestrial Combat Unit, or XCOM, and you are the newly minted commander in charge of this project. The game takes place across 2 fields. The Geoscape allows you to manage your bases, personnel, inventory, research alien technology, and deploy aircraft to shoot down UFOs and investigate crash sites. The Battlescape is where you'll spend most of your time as you take your specifically equipped and trained soldiers out onto the battlefield. You'll shed a tear when one of your veterans is killed by a stray bolt. You'll be tempted to save scum to bring them back, but if you can find the strength to move on, you'll learn to appreciate the lore of this universe by intimately understanding that this war is a meat grinder. The battle against the aliens is becoming desperate, and you're always in view of the carnage. In 2012, Firaxis rebooted UFO Defense with XCOM Enemy Unknown, removing the hyphen, and they did a very good job. There are huge quality of life improvements there, but in making it easier for people to get into, you lose a lot of the stressful freeform management that UFO Defense had. You also lose UFO Defense's bright colors and comic book portraits. There are plenty of games that claim to be XCOM likes, but this is the original sauce, the best strategy game of all time.